Hey there, today I get to brag on one of our clients that has really killed it this year. My name's Steve Larsen with Produce Freedom, and I help people create financial peace and abundance so that they can go live their passion and purpose. And in this video series, we're talking about the power of the Opportunity Fund. And the reason that we're talking about that is we're talking about this recent crisis in 2020. Winston Churchill said, never let a good crisis go to waste. And if you look at the chart, it has just been a crazy whirlwind in the market. And if you've watched it at all, you can agree. If you watch the media, you can agree. But I want you to look at what this client did. They created an extra $152,000 in increasing their net worth and a 42% gain in this year in less than a year's time, just over a half year's time, they said in the email here. We've broken this down. And the key components that allowed them to do that, we talked about vision, we talked about paying yourself first, we talked about increasing your financial literacy. Today we're going to talk about mastering your mindset. And this is such a huge part, especially when there's so much fear-mongering out there. If you listen to the media and you just turn on the news or you're scrolling social media, whatever you're clicking on or whatever you're looking at, they're going to feed you more of that. There's a battle to control your mind with fear. If the media can control your mind, they control you. If they control you, they control your family. They control you, the mood that you're in. Do we want to give up that type of agency up to the media? No, absolutely not. They are a for-profit business. They know that the reptilian part of our brain responds to fear, and it creates emotions, and it either keeps us locked up or it keeps us doing things that are going to sabotage our success. And so this is critical. Now, more importantly, we have to get away from fear and scarcity, and we have to get into an abundant mindset. So here's some points that I want to talk about when we're talking about scarcity versus abundance. Now, if you're in scarcity, you think that there's a finite pie. There's only this amount of value in the world, and if I take one piece, that means there's one less piece for everyone else. That is a very scarce-minded principle. Now, if you think that, then you're always in this win-lose mentality, thinking like, if I win, that means they're going to lose. And some of us even self-sabotage, saying like, oh, well, why I'm not worthy enough to win, so I gotta be a martyr, and I gotta put myself, below my fellow man and let them win. That means I've got to lose, and I gotta stay like that. And that is absolutely wrong thinking. When really we got to think of, how do we create more value? You got to think of human ingenuity. I was listening to another story about some technology they were using to identify lung cancer at such an early stage, because right now they find it so late that it's a death sentence. That they've found a tool that can identify it and also surgically remove little pieces of lung cancer at such an early stage. It's still being proven, but isn't that cool? Like, just think of all the new value that is being created that never existed before because of technology, because of ingenuity, because someone had an idea and had the mental fortitude and emotional strength to go and create more out of it, right? And further on, we're talking about fear versus faith. If we listen to the media and our social media and maybe even some of our friends that hold us back, hold us in fear, it's not going to let us pull the trigger to use our opportunity fund to make those profits, because we'll be stuck. And that is no good for anyone. A few more things to talk about at mindset. I may not talk about all these things, but like if you're jealous of other people, if you're envying other people, if you're scrolling through social media and you're like, oh man, their outfit looks really nice, or that vacation looks really nice, or that car or that house, you're in scarcity. You have to recognize that. The first step is recognize it and then figure out how to shift it. We have to get to the point where we're literally enjoying our life. We're happy for other people. We're at peace because we know we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, right? So mindset is such a key part of this. When you think about this, if you had your money in the market while it was going down, what do you think your mindset would be like? Then you listen to the news and it confirms it. Oh man, we're having a crash. We're never going to come back up. We're never going to come back up. What if you sold everything at the bottom and then you waited till it bounced back to buy in? So you're selling at the worst time and then you're buying in at the worst time. That is a recipe for disaster for your financial position. So mindset drives everything. Mindset drives everything. So we want to make sure that your mindset is in the right place, that you're taking the risk that fit you. All of us have different risk profiles. That's part of our continuous cash flow method, is to figure out, hey, how much risk are you really comfortable with? Well, some people take a lot of risk and they can sleep at night like a baby. Other people take a little bit of risk and they are stressed out of their mind. So we have to make sure, in order to create financial peace, it also talks about where we also have to go through where your mindset is. So I hope you're enjoying this this series on building an opportunity fund and the power of it. In our next video, it's going to be awesome. We're going to be talking about the power of the opportunity fund. So stick around and look for that one. See you real soon.